The highest inflation in 40 years. That's what we just saw come out of US CPI data today, 9.1% year over year, which is just staggering. We haven't seen levels this high since 1980. Back in 1980, they were just over 13%, so we're not quite at 1980 levels, but we have surpassed 1982 levels. So is this likely to trigger another sell-off in the markets, or is this already priced in? That's what we're going to talk about in today's video. Now, if you guys do enjoy this content, be sure to subscribe to the channel and also click that bell icon to get notifications so that you don't miss a video. Okay, so what I want to look at today is Ethereum, because for me, guys, it really comes down to not so much the inflation numbers. Yes, they are very high, highest inflation in 40 years. That headline alone is scary, right? But what really matters is what the market does. It doesn't matter about the numbers. It matters about how the market reacts to those numbers. And so far, we saw an immediate sell-off from those CPI figures. But over the past few hours, we have seen markets start to recover. And I think that Ethereum is a great barometer for this. So looking here at the daily chart, you can see that we have this ascending triangle, or what looked like an ascending triangle based on these highs up here, and then this trend line off of the June closing price on the 4-hour chart. Okay, now typically a pattern like this, where you get these higher lows into resistance, in this case 1275, this is typically a bullish pattern for the market. Okay, now instead we did get a break lower here right before CPI. And if you'll notice, this is confirmation that this trend line is significant, because look where CPI tested. It came right into this trend line. All right, so right here at 1100, and then it sold off. Okay, so this is your indication that this level is in fact significant. Even if we go down to the hourly chart, you can see that right back here, Ethereum broke below on this 1-hour candle, and then look what happened here. This became resistance. Okay, and then again, here's CPI. So as of right now, Ethereum has bounced back significantly from that $1,000 support area that I've mentioned. So when we're talking about what markets do, how they react to these numbers, and that's what matters, so far the market is kind of saying, yeah, we knew it was going to be high, and it's somewhat priced in, or at least that's the sense that I'm getting as of now. But here's what Ethereum is going to have to do in order to turn higher. And again, if Ethereum turns higher, we're going to see Bitcoin turn higher. The S&P 500 is likely going to be higher, which I'll mention here in a moment. So for Ethereum, what I'm looking for is this. Right now, this area up here around 1100 is intact as resistance. Okay, that's first and foremost, that is key. If we do see Ethereum close back above this area up here, and a 4-hour chart or a 4-hour candle should do it, a daily candle would be a little bit more convincing, but a 4-hour candle above that 1105 area would signal that this down here is the fake out. Okay, now if you guys have watched my other videos, especially the one on how to trade fake outs, then you know that a close above 1105 up here to confirm this down here is the fake out would likely send Ethereum quite a bit higher. So if that were to occur, we're looking at 1160 and also 1275. And there's also a chance that if this does confirm as a fake out down here and Ethereum can get back above 1105, that we could be looking at a move up toward like 1400 or so. All right, so we could see a breakout from this area up here in the coming weeks, and get a bit of a relief rally before we see potentially another leg lower, because like I've said in the past and even yesterday's video, over the next few months, I do expect another leg lower. I don't think that the macro bottom is in here for the crypto market, simply because I don't think the macro bottom is in for the stock market. Now, alternatively, I do have this short-term level right here at 1080. So looking at the 1-hour chart, you can see where 1080 has been significant. Okay, so it was support back here, resistance again going into CPI, and then we just got this 1-hour close above it, and you can see where it's now serving as support. Okay, so in the very near term, if we see Ethereum close back below 1080 on the 1-hour, the 4-hour, etc., then this area flips back to resistance, and this up here could become a short-term fake out where we get a move lower. Okay, but ultimately Ethereum would have to get below that $1,000 level, at least on the 4-hour chart, preferably on the daily, in order to really open up lower levels like 900 and 780. So as of right now, a very indecisive market. You can tell that crypto and stocks are at critical levels on the chart. Just by the way, we're getting a lot of this back and forth price action and a lot of indecision. So once again, this area up here around 1105 is currently resistance. Close above that, then this down here becomes the fake out, and we likely get that push higher. Okay, now as of this moment though, as of this video, this area is resistance, so you have to respect that fact. Now let's go and take a look at the S&P 500, because I do think that this provides, you know, a lot of information as far as where markets stand right now. Okay, so we obviously have a descending channel going all the way back here to the March highs. This is the daily time frame. And you can see where the market did break below the trend line from the June low. Okay, so right now the market is technically still holding below that level. So if you look at the 4-hour chart, you can see exactly what's happening here, where we got the close below it here on CPI. Okay, so we got the close below. Right now, this area is serving as resistance, so right around 38.30, maybe 38.40. Okay, so if the S&P 500 is going to reclaim this area, and make no mistake, we need stocks to reclaim this area in order for cryptos to move higher. I don't think there's any way that Bitcoin and Ethereum put in a significant rally unless the S&P 500 gets back above some of these levels, okay? So the first one being 38.40, and the next one being the top of this channel as well as 3,900. All right, so if you look at the daily chart, here's what it comes down to. If we are going to see a relief rally from markets, the S&P 500 has to get back above this area right around 3,900, okay? So notice back here was support, resistance, resistance. It also coincides with the top of that channel from March. Okay, so close above 3,900, at least on a 4-hour candle, preferably a daily. Close above this area up here, we likely get relief up toward 4190 or so, which is a key pivot on the weekly chart. But again, just to be clear, the market right now is still finding resistance at this area up here. You can see where it tried to get back above it right here on this candle, but so far it has been unable to. Okay, so we have to respect the breakdown as of now. Yes, this could turn into a fake out where we see the S&P 500 reclaim this area up here and we move up there toward that 4190 area. But as of right now, this up here is going to be resistance. And we can say the same thing for Ethereum, where this area up here right around 1105 is resistance. So really to sum up, right now you can see that with all this sideways price action, the market is very indecisive at the moment, trying to decide whether this is going to be a fake out down here and we get that close above 1105, or if this area stays intact as resistance. But like I said, if we do see an hourly close back below this 1080 level, could be this hour, could be the next hour, could even be into the daily close. If we see a close back below this area, that could signal some weakness here for a move back down here toward the range lows around $1,000. But that level is going to be critical support for Ethereum, to where this market is going to have to get below it on a 4-hour, if not daily close, in order to flip it to resistance. All right, so that's it for today's video. I do think we have some opportunities coming up here in the days ahead. But right now, if you're not in a trade, to me, this right now, this kind of price action is just a time to do nothing, because, you know, the market is just below resistance, so you don't want to go buying it. And at the same time, I think that selling up here is a bit risky, just because the market continues to pressure that resistance area. All right, so that's it. I hope you guys found the video helpful. If you did, be sure to subscribe to the channel, click the bell icon for notifications, smash the like button, and leave your comment below. And I'll talk to you guys again tomorrow.